Right, so I was going to do a video generally about stats and where you need those stats to be optimised in a group, but after seeing the update 47 notes, I don't think some of the builds that are hitting those points at the minute are going to be viable anymore, so it'll be a case of new builds next patch, I think. Definitely the double beam build I use will definitely be gutted due to the class scripts on the Arcanist and the Assassin's damage loss. I think a few things will get changed around. But what I did want to post up is just this build I've been using. It is absolutely insane for the barrier regeneration, and it's a very sturdy tank. You do miss quite a few buffs that you would need as a tank. You miss the major breach and you miss the major resolve, but if you're in a group, the main tank should be handling the breach and the healers are usually providing Ozizen, and either the main tank or the healers will be giving you major resolve. Next patch it won't be a problem, as bound armaments, bound Aegis will give you major and minor resolve, but then the ulti gen and the barrier spam won't be a thing next patch anyway. The barrier's getting gutted, the ulti gen's getting gutted, so it's just more of a case of this will just be fun to have until obviously the next patch that'll come out in 4-5 weeks, maybe a bit longer. That's the build. So obviously, because there's benefits to shielding, effectiveness of damage shields. Obviously in the skill lines, the Arcanist has the buff to shields as well. So I went with Lunar Bastion with a what's it called now? Curative Rune Forms, is it? I'm just trying to think which class lines. Yeah, so I'm running Siphoning for the ultimate gen, as well as the transfer passive. Running Daedric Summoning for the extra shields from Regenerative Reward, the passives from Bound Aegis, and the fact it is very handy to block the big hits, seeing as though without major resolve you will be not squishy, but not as tanky as you should be. Bound Aegis literally puts you at the 90% incoming damage cap. And Curative Rune Forms for the obvious reason of the intricate rune forms. Reduced cost increases the strength of your damage shield, so that and the CP increases Lunar Bastion by quite a bit. So yep, it buffs that quite a lot. Only running 2 pieces of heavy, but with minor resolve, major resolve and Ozizen, you easily hit the resistance cap very easily. You can run 4 medium. This is just to keep War Machine on both bars, as you will need it on the back bar, where I'll be running Potentates, which brings the cost of barrier down to 143 ultimate, and it is quite easy to get that ultimate back very quickly. As a duration of 30 seconds, you can get it back between 15 and 20, just if you were to test it on like a dummy or in 4-man content. But when you start adding in pillagers, when you start adding in the fact when you're getting hit and you've got the Nord passive, you start getting ultimate gen that way. When barriers are broken, you receive ultimate that way as well. For now, that's getting changed next patch to just increase the magicka and get rid of the ultimate gain. Just 1 piece trainee. These 2 should be switched around, but I didn't have a light belt in Nirnhond, so I am researching that at the minute, but I don't have it yet. So them 2 will get switched around. Just for the case of min-max, I think it's only about 90 armor, but it's min-max is min-max. Infused potion cooldown. for the passive of the Nightblade, so your potions come back quicker. With every potion you get 30 ultimate at the minute, and your ultimate just stacks and stacks. A few other skills I would recommend maybe changing. The Magical Trample is for the Major Heroism. I chose Regenerative Ward just for a little heal, but the big ward will still be decent if you've got decent healers in your group. It's just basically just to keep you shielded while you get healed back up. Funnel Health is just a practical transfer while you're on the front bar, siphoning attacks on the back bar. Obviously having one of these skills on each bar increases your max magicka as well, helps out with your magicka pool for your magicka skills. Warning Contingency, that's just there just because it was a bigger shield than the burst, and it is quite a big shield, to be honest, once you start stacking the shields. So once you've got the contingency, you stack lots of these, and then you bank the ward, you've pretty much got a very, very big shield. And then obviously you've got barrier on top of that as well. It's insane, it's like 80k shields fully stacked. Just trying to think on here. Atronach for the Mundas, for your magicka regen, for your magicka skills. Jewels of Misrule. You can use Ozoga's Smoked Bear Haunch, I think it is. Gives you slightly more recovery and a little bit more health, I do believe. Magical Trample, I went with a Snare, just to slow mobs down once they're hit by this skill. You can use anything like Assassins to proc Concussed and Hemorrhage and things like that. Magic damage, ideally you want frost damage on there. I don't think I've got the frost script on this character. And obviously heroism for the major heroism. On the shield scribe I've got Taunt, Sage's Remedy and Major Resolve. I won't need that when I'm in a group, so that would be Major Maim. Same with the leash. The leash would be Major Cowardice, which I've left it as, yeah. Blockade of Frost. Glyphic of the Tides is just slotted there just so you get the passive for the regenerative ward. As you can see, it's reduced massively in cost, and the shield itself is a lot bigger. Between the regenerative ward and chakrams, you can easily hit your HP cap of 55% between the skills. Just same with like the traits I've used, same as you'd use on a normal tank really. Obviously bar these you wouldn't use Nirnond on a normal tank, as you would hit the cap a lot easier being in 5 heavy armour, up to 7 pieces of heavy armour. Chose War Machine just because a lot of healers are running the War Machine now, the Master Architect, and it just synergizes well and you get a lot of good uptime on the Major Slayer. Lunar Bastion, I could have probably chose something better than this, but in actual content where you are able to stack your players, it is very, very good. If you look on the ESO logs and look on, I think it's Yolnakrin on Veteran, not the hard mode, I think this character, this actual build, is number 6 on the healing between NA and Europe. I think it's number 4 just in Europe server, because the amount of shields you can pump out and maintain is absolutely ridiculous. I don't think anybody actually lost any health during the whole fight of Yolnakrin. Like even the tank, the main tank, I managed to keep him pretty sourced up on shields as well. Yeah, once I've got enough ultimate for this, so there we go. So we've got his barrier. So we've got his heroism. So drop as well. Barrier. As you can see, that ultimate is just lining up. And there we go, back again. I think that were about 23 seconds. Just got to keep that major heroism on. And it's back again. And sustain is practically infinite as long as you can keep that healing control. And it's back again. Closing content, you are generating a lot more villagers when you're getting hit. You've got the North passive juicing you up as well. So as you can see, it is just absolutely ridiculous. But obviously it will be good next time. I thought I'd share this. There was a guy who put out the healer version of this, which I do have in my armourer. That's the healer version. And that's the healer skills. And it works exactly the same way. Either using the what the hell is that skill called now? Healthy offering. So you can either use healthy offering or siphoning attacks to proc the transfer. Still the potion cooldown, still the magical trample, and yeah, the ultimate generation is just crazy. Still the same cost as well, 143. But this tank I just put together myself. There is probably better front bar sets. Probably even better shield front bar sets. It's just this was the only one I could think of that would have minor Aegis attached to it. As all you would be having would be minor Slayer from the War Machine set, and ideally you do want minor Aegis if you are going to be using it as a tank. It just helps just a little bit for the damage reduction. Aside from that, I probably could see if I could find something at the minute. See if we can find a random vet. There we go. And no doubt it's probably going to be the worst DLC. Nah, if I'd have known, I'd have picked up the pledges.
I understand your concerns, but think of the potential rewards. These woods have long been...
Let me handle the talking. I have a way with words. My woodland friends, have a good time. No, we must trade with them. There is no need for weapons. We come in peace.
Oh.
The maiden has completely no place here. You'll freeze the earth tonight. Advance!
So we can start here with those barriers.
Kill them!
sustain with that skill, keep it all up.
Longclaw would hunt tonight. And here you are. The forest mother was right. See how she takes care of my daughter.
Fuck it is.
Longclaw's daughters are not gone. To leave less than see their hunt begin anew.
DPS is on the little low side, but that's just luck of the pug, I guess. 16k single target. Oh well. I suppose it showcases the problem of subclassing. That the ceiling's too high and the floors got lower. Oh, we got Speedy Gonzalez here, running to the next boss. Mr. CP512. I might just let him die, to be honest. Would have been a cheeky little fuck. Smashing them biggers out like a boss. Yeah, man's got it. You don't need no stand. He is the boss. It is a bit like tragic how the car kill all these, to be honest. No, just there. Same again. I might just leave him to it. Give him a bit of banter. Yeah, this is the Lunar Bastion as well, that we're on about, like you literally sit in it, and it gives you a nice big static shield over time. But yeah, it's funny like, the confidence these people have to hold better than dungeons at low CP and do absolutely no damage. So I suppose a build video also turned into a criticism of subclassing and how shit it is. But clearly this guy plays with Skyrim with light attacking. Good bro. I won't bother actually. Fucking shit talking at CP 513. Toxic casuals at his fucking finest. I might have finally fucking listened then, maybe, I don't know.
Celine will rule all.
Oh, what's going wrong with my fucking analog then? Yeah, there you go. So as soon as people get smart and start standing in that, like, get a nice stack of steel. They're gonna need another one. Come on. You've got major player, man. You're tearing yourself. I do feel like the Lunar Bastion debuff could, not debuff, cooldown could be shortened. I think 20 seconds is a bit extreme for like the sort of shield it gives. Like, I understand it's like massive shield, but it's like it's more shields to sustain incoming damage over time. I got a little spooder. Get straight for that scroll, let's go. That's right. Time to carry. Mr. Bowboy, don't want that Major Slayer, apparently.
I need healing.
Watch out for the bear. What's this guy doing? Why? Crux alert, not working.
Aid me!
Yeah, I really get them crutch alerts on.
I'm hurt.
Oh, that were a block there. So yeah, probably wasn't the best way to showcase this build. But it's just fun to play. It's absolutely crazy for ultimate gen and shield spam. And I don't really think there's anything else to the build, to be honest. Maybe just the CPs have already been mentioned in the CMX. Like the greens don't really matter, but if you are building into the subclassing, just make sure you have the Disciplined Artisan, just for the extra bonus XP on your slotted skills. So yeah, so we use the Bastion to increase the shields, and we use the Shield Master to reduce the cost, which also applies to the ultimates. That's why the cost is so cheap. Yeah, that's why it's so cheap on the back bar. Bracing Anchor is just an extra 20% block mitigation if you do happen to be tanking something big. Endure and resolve, so damage over time, direct damage, single target, which is most of the damage sources you'll be receiving. Then focus mending for your single target heals, which is just anything that you heal yourself with, like your golden throw, funnel health, regenerative ward. I think that is it for the heals, but it just means that you just give yourself that extra bit of healing, and it helps massively when they crit as well. Aside from that, the potions, I would recommend there is an add-on, I'm not running it at the minute, and what it does is it detects when you have an overlapping potion, and what it will do is it'll swap between two potions, so you can use your health potions, which give you like basically the tri-stat buff, and then it will swap to the trash pot. So once you get to the 20-second cooldown, it'll use the trash pot, and then vice versa. It'll go backwards and forth, back and forth. So you're not wasting like valuable buffs from expensive potions. I want to say it works the same with heroism potions and things. Like if you want to get minor heroism. And it's going to boot me out, so I will leave it there.